All praises, all honor, all glory goes to Abba, Yahweh, Malik David, Melchizedek Messiah Malik, Yahweh Shah, the Nazarene Hamashiach, the high priest of the royal house of King David under the royal law of liberty for the 12 tribe Hebrew Israelite chosen of the 1/3 of your father's family. All praises due. This is Messiah Malik, Yesai Hamas coming at you with another one. All in the spirit. Read along Genesis 2. All in the spirit. Like always, let the Father's word be true and every man be a liar. Self-explanatory chapter about the importance of a God-given relationship between man and woman. The difference between Genesis 2 and Genesis 1. Genesis 1, the angels of the Lord were the ones that created man and woman and then went through that week, which is to the Father a week, 7,000 years. When man popped up, they started to procreate on earth. Then the fallen angels literally messed everything up. That's its own tale. Now, the difference between the first man and woman, where they were created by angels of the Lord, the difference between Adam and Eve, they themselves were created by the Father of lights, Abba Yahweh. He took the time to create them right after building Eden. He created them in the location of Eden. When Adam and Eve sinned against the Lord from listening to the snake, they were kicked out of Eden and were never allowed to go back. We are waiting for that glorious time where the Father and the Son and the men and the women of the Lord are marched right back to Eden to where we're allowed the joy, the honor of being with him for eternity, where he says we will need no sun nor moon because he will be everything that we need in that particular location. Wanted to show the importance of how the Father himself took the time to create Adam and Eve. Blessing Adam and Eve was something that's different from man and woman, a living soul. The 12 tribe Hebrew Israelites was blessed with the Father's breath of life inside of us. He blessed us with a living soul and wanted to get proof of that with just a chapter. So like always, let the Father's word be true and every man a liar. Genesis 2, the creation of man and woman. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he had rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his works which God created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the heaven and the earth. Salah, let me reread that. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became living soul. This is Adam. This is the blessing that he's given us. He breathed the breath of life in us to where we have a connection, joint heirs to Hamashiach. When he first was created, he was Adam. The descendants of Adam and Eve have a soul. The difference between the 12 tribes and the 201 nationalities is the Lord God blessed us with the matching soul like his son. Like it says in 1 John 3, no better love than he has given us to be sons and children of his. Like he says in Psalms, we are God's. Like he says, we are children of the Most High, Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, all praises. But it's proof that he's blessed us with a living soul, the connection that allows us to pray to him in the spirit, all praises. 8, and the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, and the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into four heads. The name of the first is Poseidon. That is it which compassed the whole earth, whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of the land is good. There is Delima and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gohim. The same is it that compassed the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hakikel. That is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. It's a lock for butchering the words, family. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and he brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helpmeet for him. The Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And it's proof that when the Lord makes something for a man, he would literally make it and then give it to you specifically. All praises. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. That right there is proof how Adam and the Father agree that when man and woman come together in union to be one flesh, it's just that blessing in the spirit. When you are blessed as a husband with a wife and a wife with a husband combination, you guys are considered one flesh, just like the Father and the Son are one. We are the same as union with a man and a woman. All praises. Just wanted to get proof of that right there. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. It's a blessing and an honor for us to have a relationship to where it grows to where one is a husband and another is a wife. It's a blessing beyond all measure. I pray I did a good job in edifying and briefly summarizing the read along of Genesis 2 and the importance of the God-given relationship that he himself made for us to cherish. When a man and a woman comes together to become one flesh, and that is a blessing of the union God himself allowed us to have. As always, all honor, all praises, all glory goes to Abba, Yahweh, Malik Yavid, Melchizedek, Messiah, Malik, Yahweh Shai, the Nazarene, Hamashiach, the high priest. Continue to practice Colossians 3, Ephesians 5 for those that are blessed with a relationship. All praises for the blessing of the royal house of King David under the royal law of liberty. Matthew 22:36 through 40. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, body, and soul. On This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it, to love thy neighbor, a fellow believer in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, like thyself. On these two hang all the prophets and the law itself. I digress, and I pray that was an edifying read. Another one in the books from Messiah Malik, Yesai Hamas, and I pray that it lifts your spirit and gives you what you need. Love you, family. Shalom.